Hi guys, this is Ratchet Straw, and we are playing Criminal Case. This is not the past, and we are going to case number 31, and we are going to Crimson Banks, and we are chasing down Franca and Giulietta. Alright, in the chief's office. We barely let Quill go there. We are already dealing with the fallout of Victoria Capecci's death. He arrested she was O'Neill for the mobster's murder. But Victoria's wife and daughter fled. One thing we know is that Frank Capecci has sworn revenge. She promised to paint the river crimson with Irish blood to avenge her husband's murder. If her ominous words fail to grease the vast commercial heart of Concordia, this will bring us fresh trouble and paperwork galore. Crimson Banks is home to many Irish and Italian businesses, which have historically flourished side by side on the two banks of the river. She, who just had word that an Irishman was found dead in a slaughterhouse on the Italian side of the river. Then there's no time to dawdle. Yeah, if this has anything to do with Italian vendetta, you must nip it in the bud. Go to that slaughterhouse and investigate at once. Alright. Wait, how's the case called Bridge Over Troubled Water? Oh, nice one. Alright, let's investigate the slaughterhouse. Yeah, hanged just like a pig of some kind. Alright, is this some kind of a deja vu from Criminal Case Grimsboro? One of the very few cases in Grimsboro? Yes, it is. Good heavens, a man is hanging from those meat hooks like a piece of butchered meat, with his guts spilling out. Sorry, it's just that it's the most gruesome murder we've seen in a while. I've seen worse, so. The man's wearing a uniform of some kind. Most likely he has a name badge too. So it was called Thomas Boyd. It is indeed an Irish name. But he was killed on the Italian side of the river. If this is the work of the Italian gang, they clearly haven't wasted their time. But you're right, it's early for such conclusions. First we must learn more about this unfortunate Irishman and how he met his end in this slaughterhouse. I've seen if us some clues already. The program figure might shed light on how the murder happened. Let's visit back together. And I'll tell you how to look in the bucket full of pig heads too. Don't get blood on your clothes as you dig in. I'll be careful, don't worry. Yeah, whether this is a gang-related murder or not, we should protect Crimson Banks from more bloodshed. Let's get to work. Let's get to work. So you ended up as a piece of meat. Alright. 18 hours. Let's see what happened to Thomas. Yeah, do you read Pistols and Petticoats? Them are the visitors are amusing, though awfully inaccurate scientifically speaking. I've heard publications about automobile maintenance stick. Anyway, tell us about this Irishman Katia found hanging in a slaughterhouse. That's exactly what I'm getting at, Maddie. Not that you noticed that the victim's abdomen was cut open. It wasn't hard to notice that his insides were spilling out. The curator arranged the body to look like just another butchered pig. Oh, but he wasn't butchered like a pig, Madeline. Pigs are cut through straight down the middle, whereas the incision on your victim has a distant V shape. Now, let Evelyn step forward and explain what she's just told me. Evie, are you still with us? Or have you fainted again? I'm perfectly fine, just not accustomed to dead people. Katrina, what you told me about the murder reminded me of a story I recently read in Pistols and Petticoats. The story takes place in a slaughterhouse featuring a man disemboweled with the insane V-shaped incision on his abdomen as your victim presents here. Katrina, you are confident the killer took their inspiration for the murder from this story published in Pistols and Petticoats. Why, the killer is such a fan of Pistols and Petticoats, they must know how detective stories always end, with the killer's arrest. It sure does. Alright, again, Pistols and Petticoats again. Alright, let's search this bloody bucket. Ah, come on. The bracelet. Skull bracelet. I assume it's from a gangster of some kind. Damn, what how that bracelet end up in a bucket full of discarded meat? The bracelet is made of rudimentary nuts and tiny carved skulls. Could be a threat or a message. If you're dealing with a gang vendetta, anything's possible. You're right, Rose is the expert on such matters. Let's dispatch this bracelet to her. Alright, then. Nothing interesting. Oh, I was going to say nothing to analyze, but whatever. Alright. Now let's restore this broken figurine. That looks like a mascot for this slaughterhouse, right? Sweet mother of Proctia, what is that thing? A little piggy with a cheerful smile, wielding a whacking great cleaver? Just who in the house would have such a thing around? And why? You put Prince Porky back together again. How sweet of you. Prince Porky? You mean this? He's my lucky charm, and I'm Butcher Patty. I work here in the slaughterhouse. Can I just see some belly? Or shoulder? We're for the Squine Squad, Miss Patty, and you can help us by answering some questions about the human blood that's been shed here today. So that's your slaughterhouse. Betty, you said you work here in the slaughterhouse. How in hell did you not notice a dead man hanging from the hooks? A dead man? We don't sell those here, love, only beef and pork. But I suppose dead meat is dead meat, whatever creature it was before. Mind you, I've been out in the back all day, have just come in. If murders have been happening here, it wasn't on my watch. Is that so? Well, that man's name was Thomas Boyd. Did you know him? Tommy Boyd, you say? He's a fellow who drove a red taxi cab, ferrying people across the bridge, you know, between the Irish and the Italian side. A taxi cab driver? That's plainly useful, although I don't recall a red car parked outside. I wouldn't know about that, Katia. Never spoken to the fellow. I got no time to ride on automobiles, nor any risk to go to the Irish side. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go sharpen my knives. Is it just me, or is Betty the butcher a little too fond of sharp knives? Every butcher is, so. But you're right, she did tell us something useful about the 50. He carried passengers across the river, so he must have crossed Crystal Beach every day. Let's look for clues there. Let's go. Alright, let's investigate Crimson Bridge. This Crimson Bridge connects the Italian and the Irish banks of the river. The victim must have crossed and made ties with his cab, so we are bound to find clues. We already found a parking fine issued to the victim. None of the officer has been torn off, but I'm sure you can reconstruct it from what little's left. And that beautiful pocket watch adorned with a shamrock must have belonged to an Irishman. Let's recover the engraving on the lid. Okay. Alright, first let's do this pocket watch. From Scott Buckley to Thomas Boyd to remember the old country. Oh. The game of pocket watch says from Scott Buckley to Thomas Boyd to remember the old country. So this is a gift to our victim. I was probably fine that Scott Buckley and our victim must have been close. Let's find this Mr. Buckley and we'll have a valuable character witness. Okay. Better not carry any knives like Betty. I'm just kidding. Ramirez? What? Wait, you mean Ramirez? Yeah, it says here that the pocket fire was issued to the victim by Constable Ramirez. Then you can show it to us with the waiting part. Let's go to the police station and ask him. Ah, I thought we were going to have him as a suspect. Alright, but seems like not. Katrina, I hear you're having a traffic-related emergency. Constable, can you recall the success when you issued this parking ticket to Thomas Boyd? I remember the reckless motorist very well. He was the habitual violation of parking regulation number 458B, obstruction of a public thoroughfare with a motorized vehicle. Let me check. He committed this offense always at the same location, outside the residence of a certain Margarita Morello, on the Italian side of the river. Always at the same address? But that's a pattern that may be significant. Thank you, Constable. Miss Morello must have been a regular customer of the victims. Continue to have a word with her. Okay. A regular. Or maybe something more than just a customer. Alright, let's go talk to Scott first. Mr. Buckley for the flying squad. I'm afraid I have bad news about an acquaintance of yours. Thomas Boy was murdered. Tommy's dead? No, he can't be. He was but a young lad with all his life ahead of him. You see, Captain Katia, Tommy was the first person I met here in Concordia after I came over from Ireland with my family. At my age, it's not easy to leave everything behind. But Tommy restored by fate in Providence. He showed me much kindness, and I gave him my last valuable possession in gratitude. Much. Again, here I go. We are sorry that you lost a good friend, Mr. Buckley. Can you think of anyone who might have wanted to hurt Tommy? He was such a fine young man, it's unthinkable that he had enemies. Life in Concordia must be harsher than I thought. I hear you can't even drink whiskey around here, Captain Katia. Not that I can afford to drown my sorrows, mind you. Because of the prohibition, and because the mayor is an asshole. Alright, let's go talk to Margarita. Miss Morello, we're from the flying squad inquiring about a certain Thomas Boyd. We know he drove to your house a lot. He did, Mr. Boyd drives me to my many appointments. A very reliable gentleman. I don't know what I'd do without his services. As you imagine, an Italian lady always crosses the bridge with a certain trepidation, but Mr. Boyd makes me feel very safe, even on the Irish side. Ashton, Miss Morello, you must inform you that Mr. Boyd has been murdered. Murdered? But why? Mr. Boyd was always punctual and drove very safely. I can't fathom who would have wished him harm. I can't believe this is happening. Now I must reschedule my beauty appointment, and the seamstress too. Your compassion for the witty is touched, Miss Morello. Please do get in touch if you remember anything else. So far everyone's gentle. We'll see about everything else later. Let's check out this skull bracelet. Continues, let's see if I about a bunch of pig pot is a fascinating specimen. We'll tell Rose why it's so interesting about it. First, I asked if you ought to analyze the blood on it. Not only was it human blood, but it was a match with your victim. Yeah, I considered the bracelet was curious, and I can explain why. Have you noticed that this trinket is fashioned out of very rudimentary material, a simple shoelace and some carved stones? It is because the bracelet is something convicts make in prison to pass the time. It's called signified fights won against other inmates. And our archives show that the victim didn't have a criminal record, which means it must have been the killer who lost their prison-made bracelet in the scuffle. So, Kira has been in prison before, and that's where they'll go back again, once Katia is done with them. Ah, you're gonna go to prison again. Katia, until now, Crimson Banks was a prosperous commercial district where Irish and Italian businesses flourished side by side. And now, after rhetoric patches reasonable, the trouble is spilling over into this inherently peaceful area of Concordia. Thomas Boyd, an Irishman who drove a taxi cab between the two banks of the river, was found murdered in a slaughterhouse on the Italian side. The Italian lady, a regular customer of his, only had praise for the victim, just like the old Irish immigrant who was his friend. The very dubious character we encountered is bandit from the slaughterhouse. She hardly sees the difference between butchered meat and a murdered man. Katia, there's been a development. We found the victim's scar. Thank you for finding his scar. Well, we do need to investigate it. Alright. we're gonna stop here. We're gonna continue playing in chapter 2. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video, and I'll see you again. Goodbye!